Okay, so I'm gonna be real with you. We all struggle writing captions on social media. Totally get it. Now, you might hear us talk about categories quite a bit when it comes to creating content on the inside of the social curator community. If you're not familiar with it, here's a breakdown. We recommend that you come up with 9 to 12 categories to talk about your business without having to sell your business. So this quick video is gonna walk you through how to save time. It's going to teach you how to talk about your business without having to sell your business. And thirdly, okay, hang on. Before we actually get to the third point that I'm gonna get to you, I want you to let me know how long does it take for you to write a caption for social media. Leave it right here in the comments, because when we get to the bottom or the end of this video, I'm gonna walk you through how you're gonna minimize that time. And the third thing you're gonna walk away from this video is having a clear-cut strategy as to how and why you're writing your captions. Okay, like I mentioned, we suggest 9 to 12 categories, but to keep it simple, social curator categories are the same every month. Remember, these are to be used as kind of like a guide or a reference point that you can modify them so that they best fit like your business, your personality. These are fully customizable to you. The 7 categories in social curator are: number 1, about me; number 2, like a behind the scenes or a tutorial; number 3, my why; number 4 is personal insight; number 5 is like inspiration or a motivational post; number 6 are the benefits; and number 7 are to showcase your product or service. So the reason why we have categories is to save you time. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to draw a really awful visual, but this grid is going to prove how much time you're gonna save. So what I'm creating now is just a grid. And at the top of the grid, I am going to include my 7 categories. So here you'll see me write about me. Then I'll have a category for what I say BTS, which is behind the scenes. I'll also be listing up top an inspirational post, and I will be doing this for all 7 categories at the top of my page. Then I will create sections for each of them. Now what we're going to have up at the top all the way across are our categories. And now we're going to get into photographic topics. I don't know why my videographer's talking trash. Listen, I can draw better than this. Okay, I'm a homeschooler. We can draw. I was just doing it quickly to prove a point. Okay, so the way that I think about saving time is: number 1, I think about the caption template. Number 2, I think about the category that I'm gonna use. And number 3, I'm gonna think about the photo topic. Now remember, there are no right and wrong for these types of topics, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to tell you my photo topics so that you can see them play out on Instagram and then mold them just for yourself. So my 7 photo topics: coffee, my husband and business partner JD, our dog Polo, me as a business owner, like I'm speaking, I'm teaching. I also include geographic things that are related to me in California: palm trees, Newport Beach, stuff like that. I'm also a big fan of using empowering quotes. And I also have a photo topic of me as a photographer. So this is like my camera, this is me out shooting, this is me speaking to other photographers, and that's what I'm going to draw on my grid right about now.
Concentrating.
Shut up! I'm in my artistic zone. I'm just kidding. Okay, cool. So now let's take a look at this grid. What I have are my categories, 7 categories up top, and I have my 7 photo topics along the side. Anywhere on this grid, when we talk about the social curator caption templates, if the category for that day is my why, now all I have to do is pick: how am I gonna talk about my why according to my 7 topics? My why, when I talk about coffee, why do I drink coffee? Productivity, duh. When I'm talking about a caption template and it gives me a why, well, then I can modify and talk about JD. Let's not go there. I married out of my league. If I could bronze him and put him on top of my mantle, I would. Last example, my why. I talk about Polo, my dog. People will say, Jasmine, what does your dog have to do about your business? I can say that when I started my business, I was alone, I was afraid, and I worked by myself a lot of the time. I got my dog and he's become a permanent fixture as jokingly early on a coworker. And now he is somebody who sits by me. He's somebody that reminds me to go out on a walk and enjoy life. He's the person that on my worst days will cuddle up underneath my feet and remind me that the entrepreneur journey is worth it all. That, my friends, isn't just talking about my dog. That, my friends, is giving insight into my business by way of my dog. Okay, so now let's tie this all together. We have 7 caption categories and we have 7 photo topics that our audience can expect to see from us. This creates consistency. This helps shape our grid. Now remember, when we talk about consistency and predictability, these things build trust. And what does trust build? Trust builds a brand. Now, as an actionable tip for you planning your social media content with these captions and photos, a member by the name of Lynette on the Inside of Social Curator, she's the one that really broke down this idea for us. So I want to give her a shout out. Now, she does it a little bit different. She labels her categories 1 through 7, and she labels her topics 8 through G. But Lynette has her system, I modified my system, and maybe you can come up with your own system for your organization. Maybe, just maybe, you can ditch the whole system and make one that's entirely your own. That is what we do on the Inside of Social Curator. We teach, then you modify once you're inspired to do so.